Hi guys, I'm back again. This is Safety Mind. In continuation with where we stopped in the first video, trying to let you know how you can maneuver or navigate the process of getting a health and safety job in the UK. Today we're going to look at some other elements of things you need to consider or things you need to do in order to, become successful in your applications, especially for um, international applicants. So today we're going to be looking at how to prepare your CV. I'm not here to give you an expert's idea of how to prepare a CV because I'm not an expert CV writer, but I'm here to give you some kind of tips or some of the things I did while I was searching for a health and safety job in the UK. And I strongly believe some of them really um, sold out, and I was lucky to get a health and safety job 1 month after my graduation from my master's degree. So one thing I did was I kept reviewing my CV as I apply for job. Even when I go for interviews that were not successful, I kept reviewing my CV. I kept, comparing my CV with other people, my peers, and to find out what they're doing differently I'm not doing. And I also try to consult YouTube and look at what other people are talking about CV. So what I did in my CV as I then was I tried to repackage my CV in such a way that I try to bring forward my professional achievements or my professional accomplishments. What are the milestones? Those milestones you have recorded in your profession over the years, the things you have achieved. I try to bring it to the forefront. I try to bring it to the forefront instead of putting it below. Before my CV, I have my experiences and then my achievements below. But this time around, I try to bring my achievements immediately after my profile. So there, I was able to itemize in a very good order all the things I have achieved over the years in my profession. Things like, it could be your contribution in a team for recording 1 million man hour without LTI. LTI, is the lost time injury. It could be your contribution in effective control of the spread of Ebola or COVID-19 disease within your area or within your region. It could be other contributions, other milestones you have recorded. It could be certificate of awards, certificate of excellence. It could be your contribution in the training and in the reduction of risk or in the reduction of accident rates in your company. So try to bring up these significant achievements or significant records you have really garnered for yourself. Try to bring it to the forefront. Most recruiters are very pleased to start reading your CV from your achievements, especially when you have them. Most health and safety professionals over the years have recorded very big achievements. Sometimes you look at achievements, not only the ones you recorded by yourself, it could be the ones you recorded in the team, right? So if you're part of a team that really contributed significantly to the growth of safety culture or for the promotion of safety culture in your organization, so it's part of your achievement, so you have to list it. So when you list these things, it will help you. The next thing you need to consider is you need to consider including the kind of visa you have on your CV, especially when you have stronger visas. Maybe you have a skilled worker visa, or you are a dependent partner of someone who has skilled worker visa, or you have a post-study work visa. Okay, so try to put it in because recruiters want to know if you are permitted to work in the UK. So immediately they see it, it gives them that interest to pick you up for the next stage because they don't want to start, doubting if you have the permission to work in the UK, the work permit and all the rest, the right visa. So if you have the right visa that can permit you to do a full-time job, try to include it, especially when they are looking good, when they are stronger visas. Try to include it on your visa so that they will see it from the first time and begin to select. Again, try to make sure that you account for all the gaps in your work history. Make sure there is no gap from the time you finish school, from the time you start your first job. Try to ensure there is no gap, because recruiters, especially when you're coming from another country, they want to make sure all the gaps, all the years are accounted for, because sometimes people might go to prison, people might be in prison for some reasons. So these are going to give you a leverage. If you keep your records clean, make sure you account for every gap. Like when I was studying, I had 8 years experience of health and safety from Nigeria. So when I came over here, I came over for my studies, for my master's. I included that year I was studying for my master's in my CV, so that they will be able to see where I stopped from Nigeria, where I started in the UK. So there is no gap. So sometimes this gap issue makes people lose interest in you, because they don't know what may have taken you out of sin. And especially people want to be sure you didn't get into crime. So make sure you account for every gap in your work history. Say something about it. Tell them where you were at any time. And the last one we're going to discuss is that you have to make sure that again, pay very good attention on employers who are advertising job on the company's website, not the ones that are being posted by advertising agents or recruiting agents. Because here you've got the recruiting agency and you've got employers. So for me, you have to pay attention to both of them if you're looking for a job. I mean, you don't have a choice. But from experience, I found out that you have greater chances of getting to interview stage if you pay more attention to those jobs posted on the company's website, because these companies take their time to go through all the CVs and try to look at them on their merits. But the recruitment agencies most often use softwares. So if your information on your CV does not tally with the program of the software will not pick your CV up. So you end up not even getting to the next stage. You've been screened out by the software filters. So except you begin to understand these recruiters softwares and begin to tailor your CV using those jargons, those professional jargons and significant words, then your CV might be picked up. So I found out from my own experience that applying to company website gives you more opportunity of getting to the next stage, which is interview stage. So if you do all these things, it's going to give you a very good leverage. It's going to give you, you're going to stand out. At least you're going to make it to the interview stage. These are some of the things I did, and I monitored it closely, and I found out that they were really very helpful. And I'm sharing some of these tips to someone out there who may need them. And if you put your mind in it and make best use of it, it's going to work for you. In the next episode, we're going to talk about other factors and other elements you need to consider while preparing for job, especially health and safety in the UK. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.